What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Trophy Hunters. Today we are out here checking cameras, or a camera, and I'm putting another one up. As you can see, it just snowed a whole bunch last night, and I just saw something out in that field. I don't know if it was a deer or turkey, but I didn't bring my bow. But if it's a bunch of turkeys or something, I might call my brother to come shoot. Because my bow needs to go to the bow shop, because the thing you hook your release on is broke. But anyway, we're gonna go out there, check these cameras, and hopefully we got some big bucks on them, so stay tuned. Alright guys, let me kind of show you the layout of things. I'm walking in along this tree row. There's the road right there. There's another little plowed bean field down there, and then I'm walking in on one right here. And all that's just solid timber. I haven't seen any deer tracks or anything yet, but we just started walking in. I've seen some bobcat and coyote tracks, but I'm hoping what I saw out here was a deer and I can get some footage of that. But I really wish my bow was fixed so I could have brung it, but we're gonna keep walking in here. And hopefully that we see some big bucks and have some big ones on camera and find a good place to put this camera. Alright guys, I just got up here. What I saw from the road was actually turkeys. There's like 20 of them out here. So I'm gonna call my brother and have him bring the bow, and hopefully I can shoot one of them and get it on film. I'm back behind these trees. They're right out there in this field. Right here. Oh, they're running off. They heard me. Never mind. I'm gonna go try and get some quick footage of them though. Well, they're right out there, but I can't get good footage of them because there's stuff in the way. I'm just gonna keep watching them and call my brother, so stay tuned. Well guys, change of plans. They all took off, but here's their trail. There's tracks right here. And I was right back there on the other side of that tree line. You can see them. A whole bunch of them. Right there. All over here. Some more right here. But that stinks. Oh well, I'm gonna run up here and put this other trail camera up over there on this tree line somewhere probably. Or just inside the woods. Last time I was here I was squirrel hunting. I didn't video it, but there was a whole bunch of tracks and stuff, so I'm gonna run up there and put that trail camera up, and hopefully I won't spook anything else. But if I might get eyes back on those turkeys, because they look like they just ran straight up this field. So hopefully I find a good spot for the camera, so we'll see when we get there. Alright, we're going in the pine trees and woods right here. There's some tracks in here. Some huge tracks. Not very many, but there was one that walked through here not too long ago, because the snow is from this morning, so the last few hours or so, or last 9-10 hours. But as you can see, it's just this pine thicket in here. We got deer trails going right there, right here, and this one. There's a whole bunch of tracks in here. So I'm probably gonna set it right here in this little CRP pine tree thicket. The other camera just on the hill that direction. But we're gonna come in here and find a good tree to put it on. One that has probably quite a bit of tracks around it. There's some more tracks on this way. I think they may have been bedded in here. But we're gonna get this camera up. Hopefully not bust anything else, but hopefully we... Oh, there's a little rabbit right here. I don't know if you saw it, but there's a rabbit right there. Hold on, this would be a great rabbit hunting spot. Might have to come rabbit hunt it, but anyway. Here's a good path right here. don't know if you guys heard that, but those turkeys just took off there, right there. Alright, let's get this camera up. Well, I went about 20 yards into the woods from the pine trees. I just found tracks everywhere. I'm gonna put it on this tree right here. Or that tree right there. Or this one. There's just tracks everywhere. There's actually been a whole bunch of deer here. I'm thinking this is gonna be a really good spot for this camera. Hopefully it gets a whole bunch of deer on. Alright guys, I just got the camera all set up. This is what's gonna be looking through. A bunch of this little saplings and stuff. And then all these tracks right here. And the camera's right here on this tree. It's all set up and recording, so. And then there's a path that comes right here and goes that way. But we're gonna run down there and check the other camera. It's about 100 yards north of me, so we're gonna ease up that way, look for other sign, and check. Alright guys, I should have came in on here this morning. There are tracks everywhere. I just walked by. Here's a whole. But I just walked by one of the biggest buck tracks I've seen this year. It was big, and I heard something run off. I don't think it was that buck, but it was a deer. But there are tracks everywhere in these pines. I'm guessing there's deer poop right there. I'm guessing they were just feeding on all these acorns and stuff in here, and they were bedded under all these pines this morning in the cold weather. But I should have went hunting tonight. Tonight was a great night to hunt. I'm probably about 50 yards from my camera now. But I'm gonna need to put a stand right on the edge of these pine trees, because there's deer tracks everywhere in here. Buck tracks, old rubs, everything. I haven't really hunted this, but my brothers have this year. And I think they've been hunting the wrong part of this property. They've been hunting down in the creek area, and all the pine trees and bedding areas right here. And this time of year, you really want to hunt right next to their bedding areas, so you can get that big buck right before dark and in the morning coming out of their bedding area and going into their bedding area. Because other than that, like the big mature bucks, like 180s, like the one I shot this year, you won't see them really daylighting in food sources, not until like summer and stuff. So I think right now in this bedding area, they're gonna be coming out, in and out of here. But like if you're bow hunting like late season like this, you definitely want to bow hunt as close to a bedding area that you can, but not so close that they'll smell you and just book out of there, and you'll never know they're there unless it's smelly and you saw their tracks and stuff. So I'm gonna keep on boogieing over to my camera, and hopefully I got some giants on camera. Guys, we got like a 160 buck down here in this timber, down this creek bottom. That may have been one of the ones I heard run off, but it might be bigger than 160s. It's huge. There's two of them. It's a doe, another bigger one, but he's big. I'm gonna set up right here. I don't have my bow or anything, but I'm gonna try to record him. Maybe he'll come closer enough for me to record. Alright guys, there's like 6 of them. I can tell that one's a buck. Looks like a 10 or a 12 pointer. I don't want to bump them, so I'm just gonna stay up on this ridge. They're down there. I can't zoom in far enough to get them on video. But I'm gonna ease my way probably about 10 more yards and sit on this tree. And hopefully they walk up here and I can video them. But there's a whole bunch of them down there. They're eating on them acorns and stuff. So stay tuned for that. Alright guys, he's a huge 12 point. There's 4 does in him and a little 4 point. The 2 bucks, they just right down there. Right on this field right here. They will just walk this edge up. And there's 4 does right there as we speak. One of them's staring at me, and I don't want to bump him out of here, because maybe me or one of my brothers can go over here and shoot this buck. But he's a big old 12 point. So I'm just gonna go check my camera, ease out of here, and then hopefully I don't spook them and they're here in the morning or something. But he's a 12 point. His front right point was only about that big, but his other ones were super, super, super tall. He had 6 on his right and 5 or 6 on his left, I think. But anyway, he was big. He had real tall brow tines. But anyway, I'm gonna go check my camera and get out of here so I don't bust any more deer, because it's like prime hunting right now. So let's go. Well guys, I was easing back up this ridge and I looked back, and on the other property the 4 does took off, and I was watching them. I looked to the right of them. Right behind them, kind of trotting, was a big old 10 point. I don't know if I spooked that 12 point or not. I thought the 12 point was already gone, so I hope I didn't spook him. But there's that 10 point that was right behind them does with them. I didn't see the 4 point or the 12 point, so hopefully I didn't spook them. But there was like a 150 10 point. I think it was a 10 point. It was hard to tell. He was a long ways away. If he wanted 10, he was 8 or 7 or something, but I don't know. But here I am, right here. Look at all these deer beds. Oh my. I don't know if these are from turkeys, but they kind of look like deer beds. I don't see any turkey tracks or anything. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like a whole herd of deer was just bedded right here. Yep, there's deer tracks around them here. Look. Holy cow. Look at that. There were deer bedded all along right here. That is crazy. Maybe I got on camera because my trail camera's right up here. Let's go get. Alright guys, I'm to my camera, and this trail right here in front of my camera is just littered with deer tracks. There's my camera right there. There's a big orb up there, but we're gonna get this camera tracked. It doesn't say how many pictures there are or anything, but, and I don't know how to put them on the video, the pictures and everything. It's just complicated. But anyway, thanks for tuning in and watching this video. I know I didn't get the deer on camera or anything, but oh well. But we're going to head home, check this pictures and everything, so hopefully I have some big bucks on them. Thanks for watching everything. Please make sure you like this video, and please subscribe. It doesn't hurt anything to subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you.